Hi, thank you. I'd like to really encourage our city council and our mayor to consider having prayer before our meetings. It's interesting, I think, like the times have, I think, just, I guess, I don't know if I want to say changed, but possibly, our country was founded under God. And if we look at our states around us, Washington, Oregon, and California, I think they've kind of lost sight of God and our morals and our values. And this isn't about a particular religion. It's simply just about God. Again, we just did the Pledge of Allegiance, and we're pledging that our nation was founded under God. And so recently, the Randy Westland from Mayor in Post Falls, he actually is now doing prayer in Post Falls. And I thought, wow, like Hayden can do better. Like Hayden can step up and do this. Their prayer is simple 2 sentences. The mayor does it, so you're not having to worry about different organizations coming in or this priest or this pastor. Again, it's not about religion. It's just simply about a simple prayer and really just, asking God to lead our city. Because I think the position that all of you guys have, it is very difficult and it's very challenging. If we look at the president of our country, like he's now been, since he's been president, like leading things into prayer more often. Our state legislators in Idaho are leading in prayer. Our schools are now needing to do a moment of silence. So I feel like tides are shifting, which, they shouldn't have shifted the other direction to begin with. But I really think it's time to bring God back into our city and our decisions. And again, not about a certain religion or favoring a certain group of people, but just going back to what our founding fathers brought up. And so I would really just encourage you to consider, is there some way to do this, especially since Post Falls is kind of, I think, leading the way in doing this. And then the second thing I want to bring up that Post Falls is doing is no flock cameras. They've kind of made that announcement that in their city there won't be flock cameras. And I know that has to do with the police department, and maybe we're in a different situation because we don't have a police department here. Maybe it's coming from the sheriff's department. But again, I think it's about being proactive. I think sometimes what happens is the city council will make decisions, and then as a community, maybe we're scrambling because we didn't attend the proper meetings or we weren't being proactive enough. And so I think it's just about being proactive, and maybe as a council considering, do we want to have a policy that's just no flock cameras or surveillance is going to come into our city? And some people might say, well, if you're a law-abiding citizen, which I can happily say I am, I've never been arrested in my entire life ever. But then what do you have to worry? Well, we know that in Colorado, that woman was accused of stealing packages off of a porch, and that was from a flock camera, and she didn't do it. So we know that there's, error that can take place in it, and I think it's just something that's unnecessary. So thank you for your consideration.
Thank you.